Thanks for tuning in to the MonoFoil discussion today about what it takes to properly do an application job or perform an application job. There are a couple things that I want to bring up as you get ready to do these types of things. First of all, there's some questions that I think should be at the top of everyone's mind before they actually dive into doing the spray job or working on a spray job. The questions that you're going to be asked are, what are we spraying for? And also how long those spray jobs will last. I think it's important to acknowledge that first of all, the spray job that you're doing, or the application that you're doing, is going to most likely be, especially in the sporting arena, on multiple substrates. You're going to have everything, and I'll point the camera accordingly, everything from steel to lacquer, hardwood, some powder coat material, on down to, even in some cases, knee braces and other articles that may come in contact with human skin. So again, important to discuss with the customer exactly what their expectations can be on carpet, especially high traction carpet or high use carpet like with what we have here. You're probably going to see that the product should last 6 months minimum. One of the advantages that people have in using MonoFoil technology is that not only does the product readily spray through an ESS sprayer or electrostatic sprayer, which is a charged particle that comes out the end of the gun and where your breathing apparatus, by the way. But MonoFoil also has obviously the gallon containers and then the premium antimicrobial cleaning pads. And the benefit in that is that when you look at surfaces like countertop surfaces or even hard to treat surfaces, you will be able to see that we can physically debride those surfaces and at the same time provide a durable antimicrobial property at the end of each wipe. A lot of folks out there prefer to use an ATP meter for the purpose of selling, but it's important also to remember that when you're actually in field doing a job, that you need to be prepared to give each customer an actual result on what their microbial load is. And so we prefer at Coeus Technology the BBL culture swab transport system. This is a system that specifically identifies microbes by type and is a very affordable way to provide your customer with information about how you're providing a superior service for them. In a locker room environment, you need to remember that as well as having a massive amount of potential MRSA and staph around, you also have players, at least in this environment, who come in after practice and relax, play video games, maybe have some fruit, etc. And you know, when you're talking about bioloads and keeping bioloads down, MonoFoil is the preferred way to do just that. So here we have an example of the drink station. When the players come in from practice, they'll pick up a drink and of course throw their tape in the trash can. You'll also see that beyond this door, and I'll show you in a minute, is the hot tub room, the wet room as they call it, and then you'll have the restroom facilities over here, and I'll get to the showers in a second. But everything is so close quarters for these players that they've got to have a place where they can let their guard down after practice and at the same time be in a superior clean environment. Probably the wettest permanent environment on campus during football practice season is the shower locker room. It's also one of the biggest breeding grounds for microbes, and MonoFoil is absolutely the molecule of choice to keep these areas clean. This is the wet room. This is a room for cold water and warm water for therapy with athletes. This is also an area that folks spend a lot of time in after practice. It's important to remember also that there needs to be, in all cases, an increased friction coefficient, not only on the railings but on the floors, because a lot of rehabilitation goes on in here. MonoFoil Technology offers that increased friction coefficient. Test, just so you know, the top swab is player lounge, then we went to the player shower, took a sample there. We went into the player restroom and then took a sample at the drink machine, and this is going to be a great way to be able to show a before and after as far as how MonoFoil performs on a microbial load. At the beginning of this tape, you probably saw me filming one of our folks, Nate Richardson, actually applying product onto the field. A couple things about this application. First of all, it's not so much about what you use, it's about the speed at which you apply the product, and in the end, you really need to remember that the product that we're applying to these turf fields is specially formulated in-house at Coeus Technology. If you're interested in applying this type of product to athletic fields, you need to contact Coeus Technology directly at www.coeustechnology.com. We also recommend that you go longitudinally with the field, and then of course come across the field to really get a good crosshatch on the product. Most of your fields with your ATP testing will not show a lot of potential in ATP contamination out of season, but during season it makes a massive difference to have MonoFoil technology applied. Okay, alright. Say some more cuss words on here for me, that'd be great.
Did I say cuss words?